Derby fans, I hope y'all can hear me. This is freaking ghastly, and welcome to Statewide Stampede once again.
Nice work. And I'm Beck, she, her. I'm with Ballarat Roller Derby League.
And I'm from East Vic, by the way.
Today's game that is about to start, we've got skating for the Royals with Kingston City Rollers. We've got 1-2, the Crush, the captain as well, 182 Mayhem, 180 Wildfire, 22 Screw, 35 Carnage, 469 Exy, 54 Rainbow Bash, 7 Bam and 88 Raff. Their bench today, we've got Muggles, General Pain and Chops.
And for the Pivot City Rangers, we've got 05 Mad Splatter, 06 Storm, 101 Stitch, 111 Bianca, 2 Dakota Blocker, 247 Turbo Kerbo, 29 Ra, 30 Bombshell, 467 Grey's Anatomy, 51 Melonhead, 6 Bad Juju, 73 Liz Williams, 76 Mad Pixie, 88 Wipeout, and 89 J-Lo. And on the bench they got Neon Tigress, Lawless, Mina Kenner, and Kilohertz. And here we go! The anticipation is killing me. We've got 3-0 for Pivot City and 1-2 for Kingston City. That's Bombshell versus Crush. And we're off. Already pretty early into the game, we've already got a couple of penalties.
And Crush with lead there for Kingston. And the Pivot City Jammer now out of the pack as well.
Crush is out of the pack, getting 4 points and calls off the jam before Pivot City can get any points.
And I spy with my little an extra person that's out there on track. So Kingston, we've got Griff out there. Special star guest.
Ooh, it's a cameo, if you will. So who we got? Jammy, we've got 7-6 Mad Pixie versus Bam, I believe.
That is Bam in the pink 7.
And Bam is out and not too far behind. A little bit of slip there, but not too far behind is Mad Pixie.
Yes, I can attest to the floor here, Ghastly. It is rather slippery. Very smooth, very little bumps, but very slippery.
We've got a lot of people tripping. Looks like we've got
1 point for Pivot City Rangers.
So I've got 3-0 once again. We've got Bombshell. Get out of the way.
And pink jammer today is 469 Exy, moving her way through the pack. Dancing around that outside line. Pushing, and has gotten lead.
Bombshell still pushing through. Now that the jam's out, the blocker can come and help the jam Pivot City. But not for long, because Exy is back and ready for business.
And Exie has made her way through the pack, scoring her 4 points. But Mad Pixie is right behind her there. Skaters getting back together, trying to make some sort of a shape.
Oh, a bit of a cacophony from the crowd there. We got 4 more points, Pivot City. Bucks have got, for the Royals, we've got Crush again.
That's team captain out to jam.
And Mad Pixie.
And I can see there online that we've got some at-home viewers for Kingston.
Hi, everybody at homes.
And likewise for Pivot City Rangers.
Our adoring fans came right for us, and not for Mad Pixie getting lead jammer.
Crush sailing through the pack with ease, however.
4 more points for the Royals. The Mad Pixie not too close behind. Sorry, not too far behind. My brain is braining today.
Words are hard. Oh, that is a very lovely hit out there that has been placed on Mad Pixie and calling it off.
You always love a nice, good hit that makes go, ooh. But, like, obviously not the ooh that means that you
Not
need
the
to...
ooh that turns it to an ouch.
Yeah. So while we have a bit of time, I want to shout out the refs. So we have today, we've got Corey, Pee-wee, Miss Cray Cray, Rick Mortis, Killer Curls, Knickerbocker, JR, and Disaster Chief. We love you, zebras. Zebra pride. I assume zebras make a noise, but I'm not going to attempt it.
They do. It is a very unusual one. I am not going to attempt it either. Viewers can Google that one in their own spare time.
We've got a bit of an official review going on. Would you like me to investigate?
Go for it.
Okay. We've got
Take the mic with you and see what can happen.
Law and Order, Special Skaters Unit.
While Ghastly is heading over there, I can tell you today that our non-skating officials are Buster Hammy, Jackie Ono, Nicholas Rage, Buster Hammy, Tenacious V, Jack Spite, The Rumour, Evie, Never Ending Rory, Push Up Ra, and Bullseye.
Hello there, special commentator, investigative reporter speaking. So, can you please give us an update on this official review?
The official review has been declined. We found that it was all legal and part of Derby. They were trying for a high block against one of the pink blockers. The refs agreed that that wasn't the case. That's all.
Well, there you have it, folks. Back to the bench I go. Back into my corner.
We have an official review called for Pivot City, and do we have any further information?
So as Corey has just told us, everything seems to be on the level. There was attempted penalty to high block, but it seems that that review has been declined. So there you have it, folks. Derby. That's the game we call Derby. Okay, thank you very much. Oh wait, did they hear us at the same time, this team? Looks like we've got Pivot City coming out of the pack. Jeez, the crowd is going absolutely bananas for 111 Bianca. Bursting out of the pack, and everyone was screaming the dang minds out.
And Bam has made her way through the pack as well for Kingston. However, the Pivot City Jammer, unfortunately, has lost lead and been sent to the bin for a penalty.
Oh no!
So this will be a full 2-minute jam.
A good old 2-minute jam. We love these. Great for the jam timers out there. We feel like we're special for that moment. We're the stars of the show.
And of course, Bam getting to score as many points as Bam can score.
Our jam timer, of course, being who is that? Jackie Ono.
Bam struggling with that Pivot City triangle there. Tracking Bam right across from one side of the track
And
to the other.
4 more points for Bianca and Pivot City.
Might be out at the... There they go. Now they're on their way.
Here we go. We can start racking them up now. Oh, I'm not on Facebook. Should I be on Facebook? I thought I must be on Facebook. Didn't know that.
Okay, Mayhem out for the Royals and Mad Pixie for Pivot City Rangers. Mad Pixie doing what Mad Pixie does, which is getting through a pack really, really quickly.
Honestly, I just blinked and they were gone.
That is what happens when you play against them as well.
Oh my goodness.
Very
Oh, skating through the outside. It was a little balancing act there. You were like, oh, giving us a little bit of show and tell there.
Oops, and a bit of a tumble. Oops, and another tumble.
Well, that's what Derby's all about. Good old tumbling. If you're not,
and a skip and a jump and away she goes.
if you're not falling over, then you're not playing Derby, is what I'd like to say. Getting set. Mad Pixie getting circled back, but breaking through again to rack up 4 more points for the jam wraps up.
And our scores sitting at 26 for the Royals and 33 for Pivot City Rangers.
Thanks, Cracker. And off we go. We've got number 3 at 0 for Pivot City. That is Bombshell again.
And pink 1-2 would be Crush, team captain for the Royals. Pushing through to that Pivot City wall and getting lead jam.
Oh my gosh.
Bombshell is through and Crush is as well.
Now I've just got to rack up some points for each team. I mean, it's a pretty evenly matched game.
Score-wise for now, yes.
Like, I've seen some... In my, years of commentating, I've seen some real massacres. I mean, like, especially when you get to those Div 1s of TGSS. VRDL is a harsh mistress. Both Jam is racking up. Oh, looks like Matt. Looks like Bombshell is still fighting. Did they get any points? They seem to have gotten 4 points still. The Pivot City leaving our score at 38-37, Royals way. Okay, we've got Bianca breaking through the pack again. And not too far behind.
That would be
Bam.
Pink 7, Bam.
Oh my.
And a big hit on the Pivot City jammer there. But getting back up and calling it off nice and quickly as requested by their bench.
Gotta love our benchies. Always making sure we do the derby good. I mean, I wouldn't know I'm a ref till I die, but...
And we have a team timeout for the Pivot City Rangers.
Looks like got Exy and Mad Pixie once again. Mad Pixie breaking through the pack. And here comes Exy.
And of course, what Exy's going to want to do now is get in through that pack as quick as possible, scoring some points before Mad Pixie calls it off.
Because Mad Pixie might just say, you know what, fudge it. And just, yep, call off the match. Good old points and call there.
And a team timeout for Pink.
I do like the pink and gold. You know, one thing roller derby is really good at is picking our team colours.
And, of course, the Pivot City Rangers are new and with a very flash uniform as well.
Very flattering purple and green there. I really love it. And, of course, Pivot City is a combination, a collaboration of Geelong Roller Derby and Gippsland Rangers coming together like Lennon and McCartney, like I'm trying. I don't understand.
I didn't know where you were going then.
I did. I thought I was thinking
I'm
of
just
good
going to let you
collaborations,
go.
but at the same time, Lennon and McCartney are like already. They're already part of the Beatles. So maybe like
It's okay.
the Jimmy and Timmy Power Hour. No.
Oh, dear.
No one's gonna get that. No one's gonna get that in the chat.
All right, so jamming for Kingston is Pink 1-2.
And
That
we've got
is Crush.
And we've got Bianca 111 back for Pivot City.
Pivot City choosing to take that jammer line. Kingston at the front.
Everyone's pushed up nice and close together.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Squishing in and crowding that jammer start.
And it didn't seem to just completely brushed off by Crush.
Didn't seem to worry her.
Bianca circling back now.
Oh, we've got a back block call on the Pivot City jammer there. So a power jam to
Oh, wait,
Kingston.
is it?
However, Crush has also picked up a penalty now, which means Crush goes to the bin. And what happens now is that the Pivot City jammer is released, heading out there right now, because they only need to sit as long. So then Crush is released as
now
well.
there's
And they're both
no
back
lead.
on.
There's no lead, which means the jam's going to go on for the whole 2 minutes. No
Correct.
one gets to call off Jack Diddley Squat.
It's points for everybody.
Everybody wins. Except, not really, because only one team wins.
Oh, you can have a draw.
Oh, yeah, right.
Just not in a final.
Fair enough. Is this a final? No. It's not.
No. Oh, Pivot City, green 8-8, going out, chasing down at the front, landing a hit on Crush, but Crush just bounces back up and keeps on going.
Oh, knocking down the pivot there, Bianca. Hot dang. All the blockers are coming together, making sure that they're all nice and close, making a nice pack. Looks like we're getting the whole band back together again.
And that is the end of that jam.
And 2 minutes just fly by, honestly. Oh, it's time out. Yeah. Oh. I don't know how you get pink skates. Okay. So our next jam is Mad Pixie, and you can always tell it's Mad Pixie because they got the pink skates. I don't know even where you can get pink skates. And then number 7, you've got Bam, and away we go. Everyone forming nice, strong tripods, but Bam just ekes out and goes through, and not too far behind. Oh wait, or is it? Oh, getting cycled back is Mad Pixie. Still trying to struggle out of the pack. The Kingston blockers doing a nice, strong tripod, but it's no match for Mad Pixie, who's finally out of the pack, ready to rack up some points. And is given and out goes the pivot for the Royals. And just a little fun little slide there, Matt Pixie. Thank you very much for giving us a bit of a show. Ooh, a bit of a pile-up. Once again, if you ain't falling over, it ain't Derby. Oh, and the green jammer is out. Goodbye, Mad Pixie. Into the naughty corner with you. Followed by another blocker for Kingston City. So it looks like we've got us a power jam for Kingston City. On to you.
All right, so jamming for Kingston, we have 182 Mayhem. Going to enjoy what we call a power jam here. So Kingston is going to get in there, break up that tripod of Pivot City, hoping to get Mayhem through. Skating along that inside line with a nice little spin, and away they go. Collecting lead. Pivot City wall being rushed by Kingston. XC469, the pivot for Kingston, unfortunately getting a forearms penalty there. And Mad Pixie just joining on track. Score is now the Royals 63 to Pivot City Rangers 61. How's that for a nice close game?
Really nice close. You've got to love the dramatic tension of a close game. Looks like we've got Bombshell, and we've got Crush once again. Yeah, Bombshell charging forward. We've got a nice strong tripod by the Kingston blockers, pushing to the outside and cycling back. Everyone's really struggling to get out. Another really nice strong tripod, but it seems that Bombshell has broken out. But now the Kingston blockers can come back and help their jammer, who is now snuck right through the inside line. Let's see how many points they can pick up before Bombshell's given the opportunity to call it. Will it be a points and call? Will they go from 4 to 8? Who knows, but I gotta tell you, the suspense is killing me. Got busting out, 4 more points for calling it off, but both teams got out of that cycle with 4 points each, putting the score at 67 to 69. Nice. I'm a child. I'll also laugh at Uranus.
Lining up now, we have got pink 7, which is BAM for Kingston Royals, and green 7-6, we've got Mad Pixie. Spin, spin, push and twirl. Mad Pixie, that's how she makes her way through a pack. Out and lead. We have got a Pivot City blocker heading to the bin with a penalty. And some wonderful defence happening there. BAM fighting against a single Pivot City blocker who might have got a penalty for blocking out a play with that one. Oh, I can hear the bench calls, and it sounds like Pivot City are going to want to clear that bin before calling off the jam. Which is good for BAM and for their team because they can get more points. Kingston getting together now and going to do their best to collect Mad Pixie. Raf taking a shoulder there. Carnage doing the best she can. Triangles reformed with Mayhem and Raf and Carnage. Getting together. Mad Pixie, little skip and a jump on the inside apex. And that's the end of the jam. So we've got the Royals on 75 and Pivot City Rangers on 85.
I just love it when a skater does a thing the base go, whoa, wait. It's a cool little thing. Everyone's been very sassy on their skates. Looks like we've got Bianca once again and Crush once again, but Bianca being cycled all the way back by 88. That's Raf.
It would be Raf.
Cycled back by Raf, so Crush can make it out of the pack first, but speeding right out is Bianca.
Who has unfortunately got a penalty.
Oh, looks like we got ourselves a power jam. Or has she? She just ran right out. It's like going to get another official review pretty soon.
Not sure.
Mysterious. A mysterious mystery.
Well, teams only have one official review per half, so they do try to be strategic when they use them.
We only do have 6 minutes left in the half, though.
Number 7, Bam for Kingston, and 3-0 Bombshell for Pivot City Rangers. Being hit out there. No drag back, just Kingston waiting in that triangle. Bam fighting her way through.
Looks like I've got my Uncle Jay watching.
And Bombshell has collected lead. Carnage back on track now for Kingston. Exy trying to catch that jammer. Nice lateral movement there, but Carnage thrown off balance just a little. Getting together again. It's hard to see through our officials there, that turn 3.
Dang, they should stop doing really important work for Derby and move out of the way so we can commentate.
That's why I have the live feed in front of me. I'm cheating, you see, so I can see the turn 3.
Oh! That's what we call a life
So
hack,
I can see all those comments as well to our little online viewers. We've got 18 people watching live at the moment.
Oh my gosh, 18. That's more people than I know. We did a little yeet of the pivot patchy there. Oh, looks like got Bianca and 182 back again. Mayhem making it out. Look at them go. I love the t-shirt. Very nice customizable uniform. Thank you. And looks like we've got Mayhem just breaking in through the inside. Bianca finally making it out of the pack. And Mayhem calls off the jam very strategically before Pivot City can get any points. I'm sure they miss you too, Chloe. Chloe, I believe, is out on injury, which is very sad. Get well soon, Chloe. Looks like we've got number 12. We've got Crush. We've got 51, new jammer on there. Melonhead, look at them go. Melonhead breaking out, dang. They can really roll with the best of them.
Team support there getting behind Melonhead as she makes her way through the pack.
Got 4 more points. With Crush finally breaking behind. And through the inside comes Melonhead, racking up 4 more points for Pivot City.
Exie doing some there on the Pivot City pivot.
Yep, Pivot City. And the whole, and everyone's getting all mixed up. Oh, a little twirl! That would have been really cool if it worked, but if you first you see, try again. And doing a little turn on the inside line, and out we go, Melonhead, 4 more points, Pivot City.
And Melonhead calling off the jam there.
But not for collecting 16 hopping points for Pivot City.
That is impressive. That is not easily done. That's a tough, hard-earned 16 points.
Hard earned, honestly.
All right, so we've got a power jam here for Mad Pixie, green 7-6. Kingston jumping to the front there to try and buy some space and get away from the offense of Pivot City blockers. Mad Pixie saying, cool, thanks, I'll just go through here.
Excuse me, don't mind if I do.
Yes. Exie leaving the penalty box now, so that'll help out Kingston blockers. It's always nice when everyone's on track. Kingston Jammers standing and now on track as well. Mad Pixie jumping through, collecting those points. And a star pass from Kingston. So the recognised jammer for Kingston is now Exie 469, and the skater that was the jammer is now a blocker.
Little switcheroo.
And doing some lovely offence there on one of the Pivot City skaters. Kingston together, looking to try and stop Mad Pixie. Mad Pixie doing a very cool little duck and weave and curl. In the end, we've got Pivot City Rangers on 111 and the Royals on 95.
Got to go another timeout for Pivot City. I do love it when they do those little spinneroos and flippy-doos.
Sometimes it's intentional and sometimes it's not. Sometimes you'll get a hit and it just sends you that way.
I think if I did that, I would die.
No.
That's what would happen.
You go for a
try.
spin, you get a bit disorientated. Sometimes you make friends with the floor.
Yeah, the floor and I are very familiar with each other. They have a very passionate relationship, me and the floor.
Online there, Chloe has said you cannot stop Pixie. And I can confirm, having played against them and tried to block Pixie, they are fast, they are bendy, they are a very good hitter. They're all the things that you would like to be as a jammer.
Well, there are so many different ways to be a jammer, you know, because you could also be a total gosh darn bulldozer.
Oh, they're fun too. I love coming up against skaters that just come through and smash and bash and crash their way through.
And you can also be, you know, a bit of a persistence hunter. You can just keep going for it and just wearing them out. It was an official review. Looks like I got another episode of Law and Order Roller Derby Edition. Would you like me to go up there?
I have played a game and refed a game. I would love for you to do the walking. Thank you.
Okay. Dun 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 dun. Bum bum. Dun 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 dun. I'll Got a very heated discussion going on here. The refs are deliberating. We're all waiting in anticipation. And of course, our lovely jam timer is doing some little hand exercises. Giving it a bit of a workout. Love your work. The crowd is waiting. By the way, we have a raffle. If anyone's here at the scene today, we have a raffle. And we have a bake sale. Suggest you do it. There's definitely not one for roller skating prints that are vintage that I want. There's definitely not a raffle for those. No one else can enter but me. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Special reporter here. Pee-wee, do you mind telling us what has just happened today? What has transpired?
What has transpired is that the officials are still discussing the call and the severity thereof. So we'll just defer, just give us a little bit more time, and yeah, that'll be great. Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness, it's really intense. So clearly, yeah, still deliberating. Has the mic been on off the whole time? No. Okay, good. Because I just can't see the subtitles. Oh yeah, there we are. It seems they're still deliberating what's going on. There's subtitles, so it seems like there are. So it seems that the rest are still deliberating. Pee-wee, come back to... let me know when there's... Yeah.
So unfortunately, we can't really say online viewers what that official review is about because we don't really know. But let's do some derby.
We've got Bianca and we've got Bam, both pushing through the pack. We've got the pivot performing some and helping to protect the jammer, but Bianca is already out of the pack, leading the jam. And that means that everyone can just really gang up on King City. Looks like got his star pass though. Mayhem being our new jammer, ex-pivot, so you will. So now Mayhem's pushing through the pack. Ooh, a little backward slide. And Bianca racking up 4 more points, pivot City. Everyone busting, moving. See everyone just like sort of rotating around together. Of course, you don't want to get too far away from each other because that means the pack will be broken. So now we're sort of at a stalemate right now. Everyone's frozen up. Oh, that's why they call Melon Head. Because their helmets are melon.
Potentially, I don't know which came first, the name or the helmet.
I'm going to have to ask.
You would have to ask.
Oh, I'm going to have to ask.
And that is intermission. So we'll be back in 15 minutes.
Our viewers are dying to know.
Roller derby is played in increments called jams. Each jam lasts up to 2 minutes. Both teams field up to 5 skaters at the start of the jam. 4 of these skaters are called blockers, and 1 is called the jammer. The jammer wears a helmet cover with a star on it and scores points for the team. The blockers are playing both offense and defense at the same time, and together they make up what is called the pack. The 2 jammers start each jam behind the pack and must get through all of these skaters for an initial pass before they can begin to score points. When the initial pass is complete, a jammer can score 1 point for every opponent they pass with their hips. The first jammer out of the pack legally is declared lead jammer, which means they can end the jam anytime they want before the 2 minutes are up. Sounds easy, right?
Stuff gets real. We're just getting the track ready. Apparently there's some sort of case of a missing mouthguard going on. But we did actually find out what came first. Melonhead's name or Melonhead's helmet. And it was actually a helmet. They changed their name so it would fit better. So there we go. We solved 2 mysteries today. Looks like lining up to be jammers is Crush and Bombshell. I'm totally good at remembering names. That's a thing I know that I'm very good at. Everyone having a bit of a groove, having a bit of a move. And we're off again. Oh, a little bit of a double tumble there. A little two skater pile up. Just to get Bombshell out of the pack with Crush trailing not too far behind. Got 3. Oh, even before either of them could get any points. I called it off. That's crazy. Onto you, Bex. It looks like we've got number 7, Bam, and 111, Bianca. And Bianca sailing up the outside of the pack. Just getting past one last jam, but making it to the lead. The jam for the Royals still fighting through a really strong tripod. Going inside when they're going inside and outside when they're going outside. Really just following them, being really annoying, and that's what a blocker needs to be. Just super annoying. I can relate. Oh, looks like it's a quick one. But still getting 3 more points with Pivot City. Onto you, Bex. Who's next on the roster?
Lining up for
hi,
Kingston,
Mum.
we have your mum?
Yeah.
Right, okay. We have 1-2 Crush team captain and Mad Pixie 7-6. This will be a fantastic jam to watch, these two skaters. Very different styles, very experienced, both of them. Pixie doing a little dance on the inside line of the straightaway, but Curls getting around the outside and collecting lead, but calling it off. We might be seeing a lot of strategic call-offs happening in this half of the game.
No one wants anyone to get any points. I mean, I'm sure the Royals definitely don't want Pivot City to get any more points. They're standing at 126 to 99. So at this point, it's just stopping each other to get the best advantage. Looks like we've got number 12 Crusher and Bombshell. Ooh! Bombshell could really charge through but got knocked to the outside as Crush is still strafing back and forth. Just keep getting knocked back to the outside. Looks like they're making sure to cycle Bombshell back as much as possible so Crush can make it through first, which they have. She's now strolling through. Oh, a bit of a tumble there. But the pivot has been sent, but our jammer, Crush, has been sent off to the penalty bin, which means that gives Bombshell a prime opportunity to start busting through and getting some points, more points for Pivot City. It's a little bit of a shimmy right through there, but it looks like Bombshell's been sent to the bin, which means up Crush goes back into the pack, but that means we've got no lead. We're going the full 2 minutes this time. Crush are pushing through the outside and then in through the inside and through the straightaway, getting chased off by the Pivot 51 there. Good old Melonhead. As Bombshell racks up 4 more points for Pivot City. No one's calling off this jam. So we just got to make sure that no one's getting any points on either side. But that doesn't seem to stop Bombshell, who's gotten yet 4 more points before the jam wraps up, leaving only 2 points for the Royals.
Pivot City sending out Bianca, 1-1-1 to jam for this session, and Exie 469 having a jam as well. Exie will be looking to use all of her amazing strength to push through that triangle, push through that wall, and gives a cheeky tap to Bianca. However, not quite knocking Bianca off. Exie being knocked off now. You might wonder why the Exie was able to get back on track in front of that green 8-8, because green 8-8 was actually out of play. They were too far back from the pack, so that gives Exie right away to jump back on. So we've got a lot of action happening up on turn 3 there. Bianca pushing through those Kingston skaters. Mayhem trying their best to keep them caught. Exie calling it off as lead jammer. 4 points to the Royals, bringing their total to 109. Pivot City Rangers sitting on 134. And we have a timeout, an official timeout for the sticky tape on track. We've had a bit of a challenging time with the sticky tape on the track today. This track is very, very slippery, very, very shiny, and I don't think the tape likes to stay there.
Dang, tape, if you could just cooperate with us for 5 dang minutes, we'd appreciate it. Looks like we're getting some the Royals getting some love from Sam Fish in the comments, saying they come back in the second half, and you know what? There's hope. I mean, it may look really like a really wide difference, but I think a couple of really good jams could get them back neck and neck.
Oh, a couple of strong jams, high-scoring jams can make a game change on its head or even pivot, if you will.
This looks like got Mad Pixie and Bam again. Bam-a-lam.
Kingston setting up on the jammer line there. Pivot City Rangers swamping around them, catching Bam in their triangle. Mad Pixie are working around, trying to get past those Kingston blockers. Carnage trying to catch there and being knocked down. Unfortunately, Mad Pixie's out and through. And I don't know whether or not you can hear the support from their team and crowd here, but it's pretty loud.
They're going cuckoo bananas over here. Love to see a community coming together and showing a lot of love for their team.
Mayhem trying to catch out there, taking off some speed to give the triangle a chance to catch Mad Pixie. Not quite working that time though. And Dakota Blocker picking up a penalty, unfortunately, at the end of that jam.
I mean, these skaters have got to watch out. You can only get 7 penalties. If you get 7 penalties, you are out. So got Bombshell jamming all by their lonesome. Looks like got a power jam. It's really exciting times, Derby fans.
However, I can see that the Kingston jammer is standing in the penalty box, which means there's less than 10 seconds.
Well, they're going to make those less than 10 seconds count.
I think they will.
And they may.
Although Exie is holding them up beautifully.
Looks like Bombshell made those 10 seconds count, though, and is out of the pack. And looks like got a nice little star pass. Who's our new jammer? Who could it be? It's Exie once again. Oh, but Bombshell calls off before there can be any points won for the Royals. Sorry. So we've got number 12. We've got Crusher once again. And Bianca. Crush making quick work of the pack and becoming our lead jammer. Bianca still strafing back and forth, getting a lot of trouble from the Royals blockers. But the Pivot City blockers are coming in to help. Just making it out, with Bianca not too far behind. And a good old points and call for the Royals.
Up next, we've got Pink 182 Mayhem to jam and Green 76 Mad Pixie. Unfortunately, Pivot City have got some blockers in the bin, so they've got 2 on track. Kingston's got the full wall happening. Will it be enough to hold Mad Pixie? Cheeky little tap from Mayhem there off the start line. And it was enough to get them out and get them lead. Exie working, making Mad Pixie work hard. No pack called. And Mad Pixie busting through the front there. Mayhem spinning around there and calling it off just as they get out of the top of the pack there. Coming round turn 3. Collecting 4 points. The Royals now on 117 and Pivot City Rangers on 146. Bam is set and ready to go now for the next jam, along with Bombshell. Bam coming up against the two Pivot City blockers there, working really well together to try and hold Bam up there. It's not an easy thing to do when there's just the two of you out there blocking. Kingston also making the Pivot City jammer work hard to get through the pack just then. Bam coming around turn 3, looking for those points, working that inside line, and the bench from Kingston telling Bam to call that off nice and quickly. So it's a very much a points and call situation to close that points gap between the two teams.
Honestly, that gap is getting smaller and smaller as the half goes on, and we've still got 18 minutes, so anything can happen. Looks like I've got Crusher and Mad Pixie. Sorry, looks like I've got Crusher and Mad Pixie again. Why do I keep saying Crusher? I don't know what's wrong with me today. Looks like I've got Crush and Mad Pixie. Crush up against a lone blocker from Pivot City. Always an unfortunate position to be in. But looks like they've got the band back together at Pivot City just in time for Bombshell to be taken, for Mad Pixie to be taken out for a cut track. So Crush can take 4 more points.
Kingston are going to take this opportunity to get as many points and as many laps, as many passes as they can while Mad Pixie's in the bin.
The Pivot Melonhead returning once again. I remember, folks, it was the helmet first and they changed the name. It's a very important distinction. We're all just waiting. Gonna make sure. And Crush calls the match. Getting 3 more points for Kingston.
Jam total scoring there for the Royals was actually 11-0 for the Pivot City Rangers. That score difference in points is really closing up now, 132 to 147.
It's starting to get real suspenseful up in here. And looks like we've got another timeout for Pivot City.
On this team timeout, I might mention that Kingston were recently awarded the Pride in Sports Community Sporting Organisation of the Year. And one of their skaters there today, Rainbow Bash, number 54, is actually going to be representing Kingston and Australia in the Junior Roller Derby World Cup, which will be held in France in July, as well as Storm, who's skating today for Pivot City, skater 06. So very exciting opportunity for them there.
And just for a little soothsaying, a little future telling, we've got the semi-finals on the 29th of July, hosted in Sale by Team Regional Victoria. On the 20th of August, we got the grand finale, hosted by Pivot City in Geelong. And then, of course, we've got the East Coast Clash on the 16th and 17th of September. Real exciting stuff. A lot of great derby to look forward to as we move from winter into spring. And looks like we've got Bamalam and Bianca again. Bam making it into the inside. Bianca getting knocked into the outside by the Pivot Mayhem.
And Bam, of course, when getting out and getting lead, generally gives herself a little round of applause. So there's a cheeky little clap, 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 yay for me. Celebrating those moments when they happen. I love it.
It's always good to celebrate yourself, you know. It's always important in life to give yourself a little pat on the back, a little round of applause. Everyone's really cycling fast. You forget when you're like doing low contact and stuff for a while, you forget how fast full contact can be. They're just zooming through there. No one's stopping for an instant.
Unfortunately, Bam heading to the bin there with a back block penalty being called.
But then again, so is Bianca.
And so we see Bam heading straight back out, and Bianca will only have to sit for as long as Bam did.
But looks like we've got the full 2 minutes. Let's see who takes the most advantage of the time that they have.
Fantastic hit there, unfortunately taking Bam out, but a very nice hit nonetheless.
Oh, Mayhem just grabbing by the shirt, which is a little bit of a multiplayer there, causing Mayhem to leave and go into the bin.
Well, it's only not okay if it's not your team player that you're grabbing the shirt
it was
off.
The team player. Yeah, it was the team player, I'm afraid, which makes it multiplayer. So it looks like we've got 3 tripods here, but we've got... Looks like we've got number 6 for Pivot City heading into the bin as well. Look, so I've got a 3-on-3 as far as blockers go. As the Jammers keep cycling through. Bianca getting 4 more points for Pivot City. And Bam getting 4 more points, which ramps up to 12 points. Like we said, guys, one strong jam can make a world of difference, because now it's 144 to 151. That is less than 10 points difference. That is absolutely cuckoo.
Up now we've got Exie, 469. A little, again, that cheeky hit off the start line there on Bombshell, who has now been sent to the penalty box for being naughty. Whoops. Exie taking that outside line around turn 2 and tripping over. That'll be a low block call. Exie's up and making her way round through the straightaway. Coming around that apex, Pivot City triangle, ready and waiting, but so is Kingston to offer the defence there and try and smother and break apart that triangle. Exie's going to work her way through, being knocked to the outside, but then Cheeky taking it on the inside and getting round and through the pack. Pivot City's jammer is now back on track as Exie comes around for another pass. Oh, lovely hit there by the number 6 for Pivot City. That would be Storm, who is representing the Australia in the Junior Roller Derby. Exie comes around for another scoring pass, looking to the bench for some instruction. Pivot City jammer being knocked out and taken back there, all the way back into the top of turn 2. Pushing through now, sitting at turn 3 and are free of those Kingston blockers. If you're watching this online, it might look a little bit light on for green blockers right now. That's because they're all having a little rest in the bin. And the end of the jam is called. So we have a lead change here. The Royals now sitting on a total of 156 after that 12-point jam from Exie. And 2 points to the Pivot City Rangers, bringing them to 153. So it's not a big lead change, but it is a lead change nonetheless.
Mm-hmm. It's like we said, like now it's just a big game of push and pull between Pivot City and the Royals for that lead. Honestly, 10 minutes left in a jam, 3 points between them. It's anyone's game. And that is what I love about Derby. This is like, these are times that make me especially happy. And looks like we've got another official timeout. Everyone's huddling up.
Interesting little piece of information sitting here in front of me is that 3 skaters from Pivot City Rangers have actually just levelled up to be bouting. So congratulations and well done to Mad Splatter, that's 05, and Ra 29 for levelling up to bouting. It's always exciting when that happens. And in actual fact, Bianca, who is skating in 1-1-1. Normally he skates under 2-2. They're from Geelong.
The bin may be where the fun is, Chloe, but remember, you're only allowed 7 penalties. And if you get to those 7, you are out. You are out of the game. You take your gear off, and you can no longer play forever. No, just kidding. It's like someone with a really sick jellyfish umbrella over there. And someone's dressed as a lobster. Got 2 people dressed as lobsters.
I have a feeling that might be something to do with South Sea. I can see some costumes happening over there. Hopefully they hit the track with that so that the people watching online can see what we're seeing, because it's definitely interesting.
You got to love how South Sea goes all out in their fan base with those nice and cool, like, nautical themed attire. Even the fans are out here cosplaying. And isn't that better than just, like, smearing blue and red paint your face? Well, I mean, actually, granted, we do that too, but we do it better because it's roller derby. And therefore it's objectively better whenever we do anything. Well, good, Chloe. Keep it that way. You keep not getting fouled out. Hello. What's the derby drama?
So what I've just been told is the low block penalty that was just served on that skater has actually been reviewed and upgraded to egregious. So that skater has actually been expelled from the game, which is a pretty serious thing. But at the bottom line of all of our rules and regulations is safety. Keeping the game safe, keeping each other safe.
Looks like we've got
Mad Pixie.
Mad Pixie and Crush not too far behind. Ooh. And calling up the jam very quickly before. But still, Kingston City gets 2 points. But Pivot City gets 3. Oh my gosh, the scores are getting crazy tied up right now. I don't know who's going to win. I'm just excited to be here. So I've got Bamalam and Melonhead back again. A bit of a crash there. A double crash. But that doesn't stop Bamalam from making it out there. And Melonhead making their way into the bin.
Sitting down as quick as they can, because that's what you want. Your 30 seconds in the penalty box starts as soon as you have a seat, not before.
Readjust my glance.
Bam coming around turn 2, giving a little clap. Kingston blockers rushing that Pivot City tripod to break it apart as best they can to allow Bam the easiest way through.
Looks like got a directional penalty as Melonhead makes it back into the fold. Sliding through the inside, doing a little spin there, trying to navigate their way out of the pack, which they did. Unfortunately not racking up any points because that is their initial pass. Oh, geez. Kingston City's really pushed up into the lead there. But still, with 9 minutes left, once again, a really strong jam can change everything. Okay. While my fellow commentators closing the door, looks like we've got Crush and Bombshell once again running through on their little toe stops. Everyone just pushing. Really, neither group of blockers are giving their team leeway, but it's not going to stop them. Both of them really make it out somewhat simultaneously, but Bombshell makes it out first and calls off the jam before any points can be earned for either of them.
Lining up to jam is Mad Pixie and Mayhem. 5 seconds called means our blockers are getting ready to do the derby. Mad Pixie, a little bit of a tap there for Mayhem. Sometimes it's enough to throw the other jammer off guard. Raf trying to do the drag back there, not quite working. Both jammers out, both jammers through. Kingston is actually in the lead here, but has called it off because Mad Pixie overtook them. You really don't want your opponent jammer being ahead of you and getting points before you do.
Okay, looks like we've got Melonhead jamming again and making to lead as Crush is still pushing through just a giant pile of skaters there. Getting chased by one last blocker 29 before busting out of the pack. Sorry, just like that's looks like got to tape up that dang track again.
I told you, tape has been an issue today.
They should just rip up the floorboards and replace them with floorboards that are for derby.
Look, in a perfect world, we'd have a derby stadium that was painted on and permanent and had all the things that we need for derby.
Honestly, in a perfect world, derby will be an Olympic sport. Get on it, the Olympics. Mr. The Olympics. Make derby an Olympic sport. And then Australia can win because we're the best. Okay, looks like we've got... You might want to take this one.
All right, we've got Pink 7 Bam just changing her mind really quickly there, throwing off those Pivot City triangle. Excuse me. While Mad Pixie does what Mad Pixie does and zips around, zips through and is out and lead. Bam, hot on Mad Pixie's heels. Mad Pixie, wow. Fancy, jumping the apex, calling it off.
Gotta love a little jump on
Beautiful
the
skating.
apex. Let's go, whee, you know, it's a lot of fun. Oh, and Mayhem busting through the pack pretty much immediately. And of course,
Melonhead coming round the bend. gaining on Mayhem very quickly. Mayhem's going to want to get in there, get those points and call it. Looking to the bench, waiting for that instruction. A back block called for the Pivot City pivot. Mayhem going around for another pass.
I mean, you really want to get, because I mean, it's still like a sliver there, so you want to really widen the gap between lead.
In an ideal world. Oh, nicely done, Mayhem. And so there's some big hits that just happened then, and I was waiting to see whether or not there was going to be a penalty called.
Whoa. A little bit of a backwards.
Rainbow Bash doing some backwards tap dancing in skates.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
The hit just put on Mayhem before, though, did allow her to keep going.
So Melonhead is racking up 4 more points. But the Royals got 12 points this jam, which is really, really good. You can see over there the skaters for both West Side and South Sea lining up, ready and raring to go. So they only got 4 more minutes left in this jam. I mean, the time really does fly by.
And a back block called there for Exie, unfortunately. That's going to take Exie's penalty count to 6. Getting close.
And looks like 467 has fouled out for Pivot City. Grace Anatomy racking up the penalties. Not even us noticing. Gone. Watching this, and it's just ticked over to the FO. I'm not sure. Oh, we got a timeout for Pivots. We got a timeout for Kingston. Yeah, there we go. We're just trying to figure out how this dang technology works. Looks like we've got a first foul out of the game. But of course everyone has to be very careful, keep track of their penalties. And is that an all Eastvic bench over there on the scoreboard? Our lovely, amazing score trackers and scorekeepers who of course I'm not biased towards at all. Jack Spite, Tenacious V, and the Rumour, who of course I say in totally non-biased terms are from Eastvic, who is of course the best team.
That's your team, I believe, isn't it?
What? I don't know where you got that information from. That's fake news. So I've got an official timeout going on.
Possibly to sort out skater 467 from Pivot City Rangers, Grazed Anatomy, who you were correctly identifying as being on 7 penalties, so that's the foul out there. And having also lost their skater 8-8 with the low block egregious penalty there.
Hi, Frank.
We've only got 3 minutes of derby left, so hopefully we can do the official things as quick as possible and get this game finished.
All nice and wrapped up in a neat little bow.
1 game of the day left.
Oh, and we've also got Push Up Ra and Never Ending Rory here on this game as well as NSOs. Oh, we've also got Nicholas Rage over there as a penalty tracker. Oh my goodness. At the moment we are just... And we've got Evie as well. Oh my goodness, we've just got a bunch of Eastvic people because
So are our NSOs, our non-skating officials, all East Vic people? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Not all of them. Not Buster Hammy, not Jackie Ono, and not Bullseye.
Well, that's what it's about, not just playing the game, but getting in and helping out and doing the extra things, because without the refs, without our officials, the game does not happen. It takes a lot of refs to run a single game. And it takes a lot of NSOs to make it all happen as well. So we love our skating officials and our non-skating officials for all of their efforts. And, of course, we're all here volunteering our time for the love of Derby.
Love a Derby.
All right, setting up now nicely. We've got 3-0 for Pivot City, 1-2 for Kingston. Crush pushing through that Pivot City triangle as they do so beautifully. Bianca pushing on the Kingston triangle with everything. Kingston locking it down nicely, taking it all the way through to turn 2 before Bianca has gotten out and collected lead and just had a little bit of a whoops-a-daisy on turn 4. Fatigue and wobbly muscles will do that to you.
It looks like both pivots are back in the game.
Crush taking a tumble there at turn 4, trying to get past those Pivot City blockers. Dakota making Crush's life a little bit difficult. Exit taking out the the Pivot City jammer.
And you can always see, like, it's very will-she or won't-she for...
Oh, a big hit there from Exy, ricocheting off the blocker and just hitting the deck with a giggle and a smile. So Exy's okay there. Pivot City Rangers doing a very lovely job there of collecting 8 points, bringing their score to 180. Kingston, however, sitting in the lead still on 187. So 7 points the difference. Anything can happen here. We've got 2 minutes left on the clock. This could well be the last jam of the game.
And looks like we got Bam and Mad Pixie. Mad Pixie getting quickly knocked into the inside, but jumping right back up. And everyone going absolutely wild as Mad Pixie takes the lead. Oh, and it looks like it's a power jam.
And it's a power jam because Bam's picked up a penalty and headed to the bin. This is going to be very interesting.
And people are screaming. Listen to that crowd. It's absolutely insane. People are losing their dang minds in this stadium right now.
Mayhem off to the bin for a penalty there. The Kingston City Rangers, what? Kingston City Rollers jammer is standing and released, making a very speedy re-entry.
But looks like they're racking up more and more points.
And we've got a lead change. Pivot City Rangers now on 188. The Royals at 187. It is a 1 point lead with 49 seconds to go. Both jammers out the front. We might even see some jammer on jammer. Lil, what is she going to do? What are they going to do?
They just need to race each other, make sure they get right to the front. Or is Mad Pixie going to call it before any more points can be won? Points and call! Absolutely. Timeout green. And the points have been, and the lead has been shifted really far once again with 23 points left in the hole.
With 23 seconds,
23 seconds
left on the clock. What this means is, with a team timeout called now, they get to take a second, they get to take a minute, regroup, have a breather.
The suspense is killing me.
This can be really fun because what can happen is you can see both teams put out what we call a power pod. So your best jammer and your strongest pod of blockers, which can sometimes be a mishmash of the triangles who they've been normally sending out. because both teams are really going to want lead. They're really going to want to control that jam to get those points.
Either hold the lead or take the lead, because it's only a 6-point lead. You can get that in one jam. You can get way past that. Looks like we've got Mayhem jamming for the Royals. So I got Mad Pixie jamming for Pivot City. It's like we've got our power pods all set up.
Refs just getting in position after having a quick little chat.
And everyone's getting nice and intimate. Everyone's getting nice and intimate. Everyone's getting nice and close.
That is a close-knit pack.
Really forming an impenetrable
Super
wall
low.
there. Everyone's getting low. Remember to get low.
Raf is like getting as low as possible to get right ready for Pixie. May around the outside on the straightaway. Pushing through.
Like Mad Pixie is out and through his lead jammer.
Look at the grin on Pixie's face.
10 seconds left in the jam. I mean, they can call it off and prolong this. Or they could just keep on rolling, as Limp Bizkit said.
So, Mayhem is out.
Everyone's hugging, everyone's... Oh my goodness, and the crowd is absolutely
bonkers.
Electric up in here.
Celebration everywhere. Pivot City Rangers really wanting that win. And they earned it. That was a tough, hard game. Both teams presented some incredible offense, some incredible defense.
The refs and our score trackers are just deliberating so we can get into the final score.
Unofficial score sitting at 190, the Royals to Pivot City Rangers 200. That's the rolling whistle.
Ah, jinx.
My name's Beck, she, her.
My name's frickin' Ghastly, she, her. And thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned, because we've got Westside versus South Sea coming up next on the Statewide Stampede.